Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. We are back for our second show match of the night. We're going to the Prospect League, where we're going to have the Season 6 All-Stars, East versus West, going up against each other once again for your viewing pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Psychonautic, and I'm in the booth here, ready to bring you some cold-cocked Rocket League action. But first things first, before I introduce my co-host and friend, I need to apologize to Sans. I need to apologize to the West for my terrible performance just there in the Novice All-Star. I'm ashamed, and I might commit seppuku. Just kidding. I won't do that. I won't do that.
Oh.
But I am joined by Jaegers here, who did not just perform terribly and is not going to apologize. But how are you doing tonight, Jaegers?
I'm doing pretty good. Just ate 5 hot dogs. I'm chilling. I'm rolling. A couple hours ago, I didn't even know this was a thing, but here we are.
Here we are. I don't think until a couple hours ago, I don't think very many people knew this was a thing. To be fair, Jaegers, this did just kind of get plopped out here. But hey, it's a Wednesday. It's some content. We got some people here ready to play some Rocket League for everybody's enjoyment. Like I said, we've got the prospect. Let me pull up these little thingalings right here real quick. No, that's not the right thing. I'm trying to look at the rosters here, Jaegers, because we're in the Prospect League. Have you seen the rosters yet?
Absolutely, I have. So the West, we have Oinko, Cotney, Exter, and Speed Demon. Well, and in the East, we have Alpha, Midnight, JT, and Glaze. I know JT is not playing, so I'm kind of curious to see what the roster is they're putting out for these two teams.
Yeah, I'm interested as well. Let's see. I see Alpha Glaze and Midnight and Oinko, Speed, and Cottony all in. So it looks like only 6 people have joined in. So I would assume those are going to be your lineups right there. And I mean, just based on that, I don't really remember, to be honest with you, very well the Season 6 All-Star for Prospect. I'm pretty sure I played it in the Novice League, and I might have been having to get ready for a cast or something like that. But do you remember, or if not, what can you tell me about the people you're seeing in the lobby right now?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm getting the glitch, so I don't even see who's in the lobby
Oh,
right
snap.
now, Psycho.
It's everybody you just listed, pretty much.
Oh my goodness. Well, speaking of, we got a lot of points on this game. I will say this, I just noticed it. West has 170k channel points and the East has 128k. If you're a betting man and you think you could get some points, this might be the game to do it.
I'm not gonna lie, even a little bit with you there. That is, I don't want to say the most points that I've seen. I don't know if it's a record or not. I know there's been some pretty big pools before, but if it's not the highest, Jaegers, it's definitely up there in the top 3, top 5, something like that. It's a pretty big one. So if you're in the crowd and you want to throw some points, East or West, my opinion, Wes is about to take this. Wes is about to give them the business. What about you, Jaegers? What do you think?
I don't know, Psycho. The Beast is in the East. Big East fan. Stayed in here every season I've been at Nemesis. And I'm not too sure what the record as far as All Stars is, but I mean the East is where it's at, my friend.
The East is not where it's at. I disagree, but just kidding. Everybody's got their opinion. Yours just happens to be wrong. Jaegers, I'm sorry, and I love you. But we're going to get into this best of 5 match right here. East versus West Prospect Season 6 All-Star, running it back for a little extra content as we do after our third match of the night here, ladies and gentlemen, which the third matchup is going to be a spicy matchup in the Titan League. You definitely don't want to miss that. And then after that, they're going to have the reveal of Season 7 All-Stars. So it's going to be a pretty good night here, starting things off with some of this. And these prospects seem to be filling each other out so far, Jaegers. I got to say, in the first 30 seconds, I haven't seen very much offense.
No, yeah, they're definitely filling each other out. I mean, I feel like West does have a bit of an advantage here, having two Challenger League players who are actually the number one seed currently in Challenger right now. So the West is looking a little stacked right now, I will say, but we're gonna have to see how the East keeps up in this one. And I mean, so far, a minute in with it going back and forth, they're doing pretty good.
Pretty good indeed. And I got to say, not to say that nobody's out here taking this seriously, but just for anybody in the crowd who's new here at the Nemesis League, what we've got going on right now, Cottney almost getting a double going on right there. But what we pretty much got going on right here is just a showcase of some players that have played in previous matches. The winners and losers of this match is pretty non-consequential, aside from bragging rights. You're able to go back and say, hey, not only did I beat you in the real All-Star, we beat you in the throwback as well. But everybody's out here just trying to have some fun right now. Cottney trying to get Steezy with the ball, unable to. Oinko to bounce it out of the corner. Midnight to stop it. Glaze gets down on it. Glaze pops it up, but not going to be able to follow it in the air. Is waiting for it on the ground with a nice touch to send it through the defense.
Glaze gets the first blood here in this one. Big fan of Glaze as a player. Always pops off in a first strike from him in this one. And another thing I just noticed, Psycho, is every player in this lobby is rocking a Merc except for Oinko. Now, look, I'm not saying he's sweating, but he just might not have in the garage. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna say he's sweating. The man's rocking 227. He's never mind. Midnight just took over the first on the leader on points from him, but up to that point, almost halfway through the game, Oinko was leading as far as points go. So I think he might have been sweating, but you know what? Hopefully, Oinko watches the stream. And if you are watching the stream, Oinko, we're gonna call you out. Everybody's using the Merc except for you, my brother. You need to change
Oh,
up to the Merc.
oh.
And that's why Alpha coming through, finding a pass in the mid from Midnight, sending it home, and sending the East lead to 2.
Look, Psycho. The West might be 5-1 in All-Star games, but when it doesn't count, the East is clearly better. And Alpha gonna put another one in the back of the net. Second goal so far. The West doesn't have an answer for the East.
That is, I can't argue with the words that you just said. They do not have an answer so far. And but I will say that I wouldn't be super proud of what you said first. Losing where it matters is kind of, where it matters. Not losing where it doesn't matter is, it kind of goes without saying, to be honest with you. But hey, got to get your wins where we can get them right, East.
I, you, you lost me, Psycho. I'm not gonna lie. I zoned out for a second. Anyways, the East is up 2 goals, and the West doesn't have an answer as of yet. With 1 minute 30 seconds left, and Psycho, I will say this: the West, does, I mean, on paper, a much better roster. Um, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the West right now, but I know that they need to get it into gear because they're making me look not great, and I'm not super appreciating it. Midnight coming through and making me look even worse, but that's okay because it was a nice play. Glaze with the carry.
And speed, not quick enough to get to the ball. Midnight beating him to it. And so far, this East team is cruising. I don't, I was talking big talk before the match, Psycho, but I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be a 3-goal deficit on the West part.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough position to be in for the West. I'm gonna honestly, I'm gonna blame it on Oinko. He's not rocking the Merc. I think that's what's going on here.
Dude, it's that West karma, man. That's all it is.
The West Karma, yeah. And Midnight, unforgiving, sending it out to the mid. Oinko not going to be able to stick with the ball. The ball pops out of the corner. Speed Demon with an awkward touch. Glaze to take it away from him. Midnight up in the mid to find the touch. Oinko to send it away. Coming trying to get the ball off the top of
Oh,
Alpha.
he got one.
Cottney
Oh,
with a shot off of the post, though. The final 30 seconds here. Jaeger's honestly, as much as I hate to say it, I don't think it's possible for the West to come back.
You know, anything's possible, Psycho, except for this. You know, I feel like the East is taking this one in stride. Cottoney's saving a fourth goal from going in. But I mean, so far it's just been the East show. The West does not have an answer for them
Ooh,
as Midnight's gonna get the cheeky little double tap, and with 4 seconds left, they're up 4 goals.
one for the road. Midnight getting a little. I don't even know. Does this count towards stats? Is this stat padding at this point for him? It ought
I
to.
mean, it's
Man's got
bragging
4
rights.
saves. Bragging
Man's
rights. That's
popping
true.
off.
Man's popping off 4 saves. Can't you got to give it to him? He's got as many saves as his team has got goals. Midnight with 765
Woo.
score. Man, my man Midnight just went crazy in the paint right there. So good win. Good first win from East. I gotta say, West gonna need to kick it up a notch. Gonna need to work some kink outs if they wanna not get swept by this East roster, Jaegers.
Oh, I really think it's because the East had one more Merc than the West. I don't
I'm
know. That's all I can think of. I can imagine Speed and Cotney are yelling at Oinko to get in the Merc
they
because
need to
they
be.
need to change something,
They need to
you
be.
know.
Yeah,
But I mean,
that's
Midnight. I mean, if he's playing like this against two Challenger League players, like I mean, I'm absolutely disgusted to see what he's doing in the Prospect League. I don't know. I haven't seen stats, but the man seems like he's popping off.
well, just from the stats I see right here, I'm seeing 9 shots from the East Jaegers. And I'll tell you what, Oinko coming through with 3 out of those 9 shots. He saved 3. But you know what? If he had had the Merc, he probably would have saved 7. No lie.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oinko's clearly dragging his team down, Psycho, only by not using the Merc. And if he used the Merc, that could have been an entirely different game.
You're not lying. You're not lying. And I'm the only I'm gonna wait and I want to wait in quiet anticipation right now for these players to join up on this pitch because I want to see did Oinko change? Because if Oinko doesn't change, I might have to retire from the West Jaegers. I might have to go to the East.
Might have to go to the East. East
I
is where
might
the
have to go to
party's
the
at.
East.
And
I'm going
Oinko
straight
is.
to Oinko. He's in the
Oh,
octane.
yep.
My man's in the
Yep.
octane.
Yeah,
All
no,
right,
that was the first thing I did.
I'm not really going to the East though. That was a ball faced lie.
Look, I mean, East is pretty nice, man.
I'm not saying
They have a
that's
good
not,
team.
but also it looks like some people changed back. It looks like everybody changed back. Okay,
Oh, that's
everybody changed
toxic.
back. Oh, it's
That's
toxic.
that's
We,
toxic.
yeah, we just got
Where's the fun?
we just got memed.
Oh my goodness.
How
Next
many?
next they need to do the battle bus. That's all I'm saying. Battle
Not
bus next, boys.
all right. It's not a bad call. Let's see if they pull it out. But first things first, we're gonna see what the outcome of game number 2 here. Best of 5 series, 30 seconds in, looking a lot like game number 1. I gotta say, Jaegers. It looks like two teams that are sort of filling each other out, but I don't know. They should already be pretty well felt out. At least hopefully East has thought through some new strategies here. They seem to be at least holding their own defensively so far.
I mean, East are doing just fine. I think
I meant
the
West.
West,
Sorry. That's what I
the
meant. West. Sorry.
the West. I don't know. They just need to get some scoring going, get that defense showing. I mean, Oinko and Kotnia combined for 5 saves, but at the same time, they let five in the back of the net, and anytime that happens, you need to fix something.
Very true. Very true. And we'll see what exactly they're able to fix as time goes on here. Though they haven't been able to get very much offense going. Actually, not even a single shot. Midnight coming through with a shot of his own, but Oinko standing true in front of the net. And West looking to try and get any sort of offensive pressure started. Oinko jumping in front of his team, bounces it out to the mid, gives possession back to the East. Speed Demon trying to control it, bounces off his car, gets it past one in the midfield. Speed Demon to follow it. Speed Demon out of the corner, a little bit awkward. Midnight gets the touch. Cottony up above East. Point
Oh,
goes
what a
there, puts it
speed!
in. But Alpha with a big save right there. And I gotta say, Jaegers, that is what you want to see coming out of the West right there. A direct fire on the net.
Absolutely, and if Oinko was anything but the Octane, that might have been on target past the That's the defense, but alas, it wasn't. Oh my goodness,
Oh,
almost a goal line stand, but Speed Demon is going to sneak in the back of the net. And that's the first goal West has had all series, Psycho.
that is in fact the first goal. But you know what? This only game two, and that's the first goal they need now. West at halfway through game number two is controlling the pace of this game. How long are they going to be able to hold out? Will they be able to secure that mighty insurance goal and put all the more pressure on East, or is East going to be able to have an answer for them in the final 2 minutes of this game? Oinko with the 50 against Alpha. Speed Demon in the midfield pops it up. Oinko looking for the pass, finds a shot, but it's going to go wide past the defender. Ball gets pinched and cleared all the way back to the
Oh,
west corner. Glaze with the demo, but nobody else from East up there to take advantage. The ball gets cleared back out to the east corner. Glaze past Speed Demon. Midnight trying to get it through, but Oinko takes it away from him. Oinko out of the corner. 50s with Alpha. And it goes in favor of East. There's the ball pops up in the midfield. West still holding the lead here at one, Jaegers. But you can definitely tell East is not ready to give up. They're doing everything in their power to mount some more offensive pressure.
absolutely. I mean, East is just pre-jumping here and there. Midnight almost gets a
Ooh.
bump on Cottony, but not quite. Alpha's gonna put it on net though.
Oh.
Top left corner banger. And this one's all tied up.
A bit of a chaotic play right there, if I do say so myself, as Midnight comes in. I'm not sure if he was expecting to get that touch or was looking for something else entirely, but it worked for him. Kicked the ball out to his teammate who had an open look, placed it almost perfectly against the defense there to tie things up here. East versus West in the Prospect League game number two. We are tied at one with just over a minute left on the clock. Will East be able to take the advantage and move into a game or a match point position, or is West going to be able to tie up this best of five series? Cottony trying to get a little bit steezy with a flip reset there, but can't get it through the defense. Speed Demon to put it down. It's going to go high. Glaze trying to get the ball out of the East defensive zone. Oinko taking it away from him. Midnight takes it back.
Oh,
Midnight looking to get a little bit of an air dribble, but Cottony to stop that. 30
oh,
seconds left on the clock.
oh.
And Glaze trying to get mechanical. Cottony taking his time, being patient. Midnight getting yeeted by Speed Demon, and Cottony with the banger. Speed Demon trying to find the redirect, can't do it. Cottony gonna get the double touch off the backboard, put it in the back of the net, and West take the lead with 16 seconds left on the clock.
B Demon gonna fake out Glaze into running into the wall, and Cottony just a well placed shot top left. And with 16 seconds left, it is looking like West is going to tie up this series. But also, anything could happen in 16 seconds. So, you know what? Who knows, Psycho?
Who knows? But with only 10 seconds, East really got to take control of the ball. If they're not able to possess it, they definitely won't be able to do much with it. Cottony is up with it. It did get his flip
Oh,
reset there. He uses it to 50 with the defender. Oinko pops it up. The ball's hit down. Oinko is there. Cottony hits it to the side. Speed Demon trying to follow, but Midnight gonna pop it over him into the corner. Alpha keeping the ball alive. Glaze gets it past one, but it touches. And the West All-Stars taking game number two out from under the East, evening the score in this best of five series.
no, yeah, West just showed up. It looked like maybe they weren't used to the Mercs or something because they played a lot better in this one. Oinko and Cottony again, one more save than they had last time, showing that the East are putting shots on target. But East just not able to keep up in the saves department, and the West gonna tie up the series. And I'm thankful for it. We could potentially be going to Game 5 here, Psycho.
Yes, we certainly could. Both of these teams looking really good. East was looking really good in the first one, and not to say that they looked bad in the second one, but West definitely kicked things up a little bit. Definitely started to feel themselves a little bit more, started to feel each other a little bit more. So I think game number three, East is going to have to make a couple of maneuvers here. I'm not sure what they need to do, if they need to be a little bit more aggressive, or just get the ball cleared out a little bit more. I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully, they are able to figure it out though, Jaegers, as we move into game number 3. We are, I don't even know how many leagues under the sea right now, but pretty sure it's deep.
Let's go with 2000. Why not? As Alpha gonna get first touch on it, but gonna get dunked away. Glaze the only one behind. It might be a viable strategy to go back to. Hold on.
To
Not
winning.
sure what happened there, Psycho, but you know, Glaze is gonna get the first shot of the game and immediately going to strike back from this game 2 Western dub.
Yeah, the last defender there on West just missing the touch entirely. Unfortunately, came really close, but just off enough. And Glaze had an easy look on net. And Glaze is one of those guys, you cannot give him that easy look. He's going to hit it 99.9% of the time. Popped off numerous times on Nemesis stream and otherwise. Cotney gets it over one. Cotney with the touch, not going to use the flip. Leaves it for Oinko. Oinko with the 50. Pop down speed was there, but it gets taken away from him. Oinko with the awkward touch up to Alpha.
Oh,
Alpha gets it through. Cotney Glaze is
oh,
there and he
Glaze!
muscles it through the post. How many people do you know that can muscle it through the post?
I don't know, but it looks like Glaze has been in the weight room. God, dunk out Oinko and put his team up 2 goals. What a play, a way to be there by Glaze. And the man just shows up at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and whatever East is doing now, they are doing the right thing. Just barely 60 seconds gone from this game, and they are already up by 2, completely controlling the pace of this match. West gonna need to scramble to take back some control. Speed Demon sends it out to the mid. Glaze is there. Oinko trying to find the touch on the backboard, but can't. Cotney can't find the second touch. Speed missing.
Oh,
Alpha sending it off the backboard. Cotney is there to get it away from Glaze, and East just looking more and more deadly every time they get some offensive pressure here. Speed with this touch off of the backboard. Glaze putting it in the mid. Cotney awkward pops it up. Oinko to help him out. Hits it over to Speed for the clear. Cotney with the 50 in the midfield. Oinko sends it down the line. Glaze pops it up. He's there to follow. Gets it through Speed Demon in the corner. Cotney going to take it away from him. Almost 2 minutes gone now. And we're seeing,
oh,
oh,
Cotney.
Cotney. Jeez. What was that?
My man is nasty with it. The man has been mechanical for as
Oh
long
my.
as I can remember. Gonna put in a nice clip-worthy shot there. And I mean that's a clip. I don't think there's anything else we have to say about that one.
Yeah, no, there's certainly not. You love to see it coming out of the West. Big Papa Cotney with a big clip. He cuts the East lead in half. Now 2-1, still in favor of East. West not ready to give up, looking to make the comeback. Cotney missing his touch. Alpha gonna shank the shot. Speed takes it away, gets the dunk, and gets it through the midfield. Midnight, a little bit awkward, but able to send it to his
Oh,
corner. Cotney with a
what a save.
screamer, but it bounces off of the crossbar there. Jaegers. Cotney smells blood in the water.
Oh, we're talking about that shot, Psycho, but what a save. That was bar down, and if the East didn't get to it in time, like, just way to be there. What reaction time? Maybe a little bit calculated. Who am I to say? But so far, the East taking care of this lead. They're bending with that 1 goal Cotney put in, but they are not breaking.
Yeah, that's 100%. I agree fully. With only less than 2 minutes left, Midnight with the long shot. Cotney there gets to it in time, gets his savior medal. Oinko gonna get the demo, but not able to find a touch off of the wall. Glaze with a free ball,
Oh,
looking to get it through Cotney, but Cotney stands strong on the defensive line, makes the stop. 135 on the clock. Cotney to send it to the side. Can't follow it, trying to leave it for a teammate. Alpha misses. Speed Demon's there, but Glaze to take it off the top of him, bouncing out of the corner. Midnight's up. Oinko to make the stop. Glaze trying to shake things up in the midfield. Cottony getting bumped off of his air dribble. Alpha sending it down. Cottony still with it, sending it out to the mid-speed demon with the shot, but
Oh
it's going to
no.
bounce off the post. Oinko there to clean
Good
it up, but
save.
Alpha gets back in time, makes a huge save. A minute left on the clock now, Jaegers, and this East team is just not going to let that ball through.
I thought that was 100% going in, Psycho. If not for the first shot, the second at least. But so far, this Eastern defense is popping off. And I only one save, but it feels like they've been doing so much more than that.
Yeah, it certainly does. Cottony almost with the big bump right there on the defender, but I think it accidentally knocked the defender into the ball. And Cottony getting it around one out of the corner. Midnight taken away from only 30 seconds for West to make their comeback. They still need one goal. Speed Demon gets it past one. They got the advantage here, but Alpha with the big boom sends it all the way back to the West side. Midnight with the
Ooh.
pot shot, catching the defense lacking and getting one for the road. Only 13 seconds left to go. Now West got to make up two.
And it looked like Cottony had to respect Alpha's bump attempt and just didn't make it back in time as Midnight. Uh, I mean, it was a floater. It was a floater. I will give it that. But I mean, just good placement and taking advantage of a good play by Alpha.
Yes, it certainly was. Speed with the touch, trying to West out here trying to get a final goal for the road, get a little bit of excitement under their boots there, but East is going to shut it down. East is going to be your winners in game number 3. They're now sitting at match point of this best of 5 series. They win one more and they take home the dub. East goes home the loser, or excuse me, West goes home the losers. Keep getting those mixed up. I think I'm directionally dyslexic. I don't know. But West, I would say they didn't play bad, Jaegers. They definitely didn't play bad. Well, okay, let me back up. Cottony didn't play bad. Speed and Oinko didn't play bad either, but I felt like they just were kind of quiet during that series. Whereas like East, I mean, they just played a lot better. Glaze and Alpha really had a good synergy during that last game.
Absolutely. I mean, East is playing more like a team. Cottony is popping off on the West side. I mean, with one goal, 4 saves, but I mean, there's only so much one player can do. And like the East just I don't know, they're playing just really well off each other, Psycho, and they're leading the series as a result. They whoever put 100K on the West is probably sweating right now, Psycho, because right now the synergy that this Eastern team has is just unmatched.
Yeah, that was almost me. That was almost me, Jaegers. And then I realized this is a show match. This isn't even the actual All Stars. So maybe I just need to chill on that. But hey, some people, they feel really strongly about the way this went down and the way it should have went down, the way it's going down right now, and the way it went down in the past is all different. We are in game number 4 here. East got the advantage, up 2-1 in the series. Glaze getting the carry, getting the flip reset, but missing the touch off of the reset. Alpha trying to do a little fake. Midnight having a 50 with the defender. Speed Demon popping his touch, not getting what he's looking for. Oinko from the backfield. Glaze gets the touch to the mid. Midnight's there up to Glaze, but the defense gets in front of it. The ball gets popped up in the corner of West. Cottony's there. He gets it over Midnight, but Glaze was ready for it. Can't get to the ball before the West defense. And so far, Jaegers, with about a minute gone, I'd say the East definitely a little bit more in control of the situation here than West. But, we never know. In game number 2, it seemed very much like this until the West got the first goal, and then they just started to sort of run away in some aspects.
Absolutely, and Cottony. I mean, it just feels like the West can't put their shots on target right now. They're getting shots, they're getting saves, but they're just not getting goals. And the shots they do put on target,
Oh!
excuse me, Cottony, another pop off play. I believe that was a bounce off the ceiling, a little double tap. But regardless, how do you still have his flip? Got it past Alpha. And I mean, Cotney, I have no complaints about his play. The man's just been popping off.
Yeah, Cotney been playing really well as he's known to do here in the Nemesis League. Cotney being one of the OGs. Speed Demon coming through, living up to his name right there, getting a screamer in through the defense. Oh, I mean, the defense couldn't even get there. What a block.
And Speed tossing his name into the hat of goals scored as he picks up a. I mean, that was a roller. That was a roller across the mid. I would have been upset if he didn't get it. But regardless, a goal is a goal, Psycho, and just puts us one step closer to the coveted Game 5. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh,
midnight.
goodness. What?
Wow.
Mid, I, Psycho, I'm not sure where Midnight pulled that off from, but I mean, a double tap off the ceiling. What a play. And I mean, Midnight's just showing he's like, y'all can clip. Watch this. I can clip too. And man, I just didn't expect that from Midnight. I know he's a good player, but that was impressive.
Yes, it certainly was. And Midnight also, man, known to provide a spectacle here in the Nemesis League. I expect nothing less from him, captain of the Melons here in season 7. Been doing a pretty good job from everything that I've seen so far. Love to see him show up here tonight. And actually, that entire East, Alpha Glaze and um, man, Midnight. I just lost that. All three of those guys been around here for a little while. Jaeger's been at least 3, 4, maybe even 5 seasons for a lot of these guys here tonight.
Something like that. I mean, these players have been around. Cotney, Sean target, but nice little save. Oh my goodness, I thought that was going in, but the East combining for another save, goal line stand, keeping their Game 4 victory chances alive. Just an iron wall right now, and it's finally gonna
Oh,
go in with who else? Cotney, put it in the back of the net.
yeah, who else indeed? I mean, Cottony with 2 goals so far out of 4 shots, 50% shooting average so far. See what else he's able to do as the West takes the lead, takes a 2-point lead at this point. And I hate to say I was right there, Jaegers, but I mean, they got the first goal in game 2, they got the first goal in game 4. If East lets this team has the first goal, they just gonna run away with it. Cotney just starts to find that groove, and it's a done deal.
Well, my mantra, Psycho, is never apologize for being right, my man. And I mean, thus far, you are correct. The West, all they needed was that first goal, that little bit of momentum. And I mean, it just like the West is a very momentum based team. Like if the East gets that first goal, the East are gonna pop off. But the West do like they pop off, and they're playing really well right now. As Glaze gets a pass to
Oh,
Midnight, and Oinko not quite able to get it back in time. And I mean, with a minute left, we could have a tie ball game.
we could count our chickens just yet, West fans, because with that, East just came back within 1, a minute 15 seconds left on the clock. Still plenty of time for this East roster to figure something out, especially the way the East has been playing in game 1 and game 3. They didn't just get wins, they got fairly dominating wins. But West still able to clutch up in game number 2, still holding the lead here in game number 4. A minute left on the clock. Oinko trying to get one past the defense and off the backboard. Midnight in the midfield beats out the West defender. Cotney with the awkward touch, but he's still with it. He pops it up, following it. Speed Demon's there, touches it. I'm not sure if that was
Oh,
a,
what a
a
shot!
mistouch. Oh my goodness, Glaze with the dirty deeds. Bard Townsky tying things up. 40 seconds left.
Glaze just a 1-on-1 situation, hits that bar down. And a little throwback to game 1, Psycho. If Oinko did have the Merc on, he 100% would have saved that. Merc's just a taller car, and Midnight just cleans it up, and we have a different ball game as the momentum swing is alive.
It is alive. East just doing the work right now, putting in the effort, and it's showing out for them. They've been able to come back from a 2-point deficit, and now with 36 seconds left on the clock, they are now leading by 1 point. West doing everything that they can. Speed with the shot on net from midfield. Cotney out of the corner with the second touch, trying to put it up. Speed with the touch. Cotney
Oh
can't get
no.
it. Only one back. Oinko to send it out to the side. And an awkward touch from East. Oinko's back. He finds the back of the net. He ties things up. 15 seconds left on the clock for West to pull this back and force the game 5.
And excuse me, Psycho, I had to read chat real quick. West trolling. It looks like East are trolling a little bit, Mr. Director, as we have a tied ball game with 15 seconds left. And look, usually performances like this are. Hold on, we might not go to a
Oh
game 5 as
my.
Glaze gets a air dribble pass to Cotney, gets a bad touch, is on the back wall, goes off the ceiling, passing it down, but
Oh.
no. And we have overtime in game 4.
We got overtime, and I have a very bad memory, but if my current memory is serving me correct, this is not looking good for the West. We went to overtime already in this series, and East won it. Am I remembering that correctly, Eggers? Am I by myself? Is Jaegers not with me no more?
Psycho, I'm not gonna lie to you, buddy. My headphones went out on me. I can't hear anything. So
Okay.
give me 1 second, buddy.
Oh no. Okay. Well, we're just gonna get into this action then. 30 seconds on this OT. This game number 4. West trying to force a game number 5 off of this. East trying to get the dub, walking home the winners, walking home with the extra clout. Midnight gets in front of the offense. Midnight off of the sidewall. Cotney bangs it away. Alpha's there. Alpha looking to get a little play going. Oinko takes it away. Midnight leaves it in the mid. No, Midnight comes back for it. 50. Speed Demon is there. This could be dangerous for East. Speed Demon looking for 2.
Oh.
And Cotney going to get it around the last defender. And there you have it. West forcing the game number 5.
And Cotney clock in with a hat trick. Gonna put this one away. And with a minute into game 4 OT, the West are going to take it. And Psycho, it's the best phrase in sports. It's the best phrase in Rocket League. Game 5. Well, it's actually game 7, but it's do or die now. So we're
Right.
gonna see.
Yeah. Game 5, unless you can have a game 7, of course. Like if you're not gonna have a game 7, game 5 is pretty much the same thing. It's just it doesn't take as long. So, but we do got game 7s here, just not tonight.
Yeah.
But regardless of that, that was a really good series. I'm glad this is going to game number 5. West almost didn't pull that out. Jaegers almost dropped the hat right there. East came in 36 seconds left on the clock. They were able to take the lead 4-3, and West was able to not only tie it up but take the win in the overtime. You know that tension's got to be high on the pitch right now.
Absolutely. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything, but you're not gonna tell these guys that as they're going hard in the paint and almost each gets a almost nice little kickoff goal to start game 5.
And Speed with the touch off of Cotney sends it down. Midnight's there. He's awkward with it though. He does get the ground pinch and gets a huge clear all the way back to the West defensive zone. The ball gets cleared across the midline. Oinko's there. Oinko gets the double touch. It's still in the West defensive zone. And with the redirect, pops it up. Midnight off of the backboard. Speed Demon out of the corner, can't get to it as Alpha is going to clear it away. Oinko with the pop. Oinko looking for the follow out of the corner, gets the touch past the defense. Cotney not there in time. Trying to get a demo though, but has to walk away with a bump. And Glaze taking his time here. I'm not sure if he's out of boost. He's just trying to play some mind games. Alpha can't get it through Cotney. Cotney can't find the second touch. Midnight in the midfield gets it over 1, but does have to take a bump from Speed Demon. Oinko with the dunk off of the sidewall. Oinko can't get it through Alpha. And geez, Jaegers, these two teams not wanting to give up an inch. Neither team getting one. Oh, that was not only the first goal from Speed Demon in the West, but that was the first shot on net, Jaegers.
That was nasty. Did you see that bump play?
Holy.
Cotton just going to clear the backside of the net and leaving an open goal lane. And I mean, look, Cotney wants it. The season one gold tournament winner. He's making plays all over the pitch.
All over the pitch. Indeed.
Woo.
Cotney showing up and showing out for everybody here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, hats off. Speed Demon trying to take it away from the defender. Turns back on it. Midnight pops it over him. The double commit from West. Not going to get punished for it. Is both able to rotate out. And another double comes out. This could be dangerous, but Cotney getting back in time. Gets the touch. Glaze not doing a nice thing there as he hits it around his teammate. Cotney off the backboard. Can't follow it. Speed Demon out of the mid. Cotney looking for an incredible angle, but not able to find it. And Oinko coming out of his corner, gets the 50 with Glaze, but goes in favor of East. Cotney's up in the midfield. He gets the second touch. Speed is unfortunately doubles on him. He's not ready to get the ball from him. Speed's up for that one, though, but his shot is going to hit the backboard. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock as we reach the halfway point in game number 5, Jaegers, and West is leading. This is historically in this series. This is not good for East.
Not at all. I mean, the East, I believe they're 1-5 against the West, and I mean this is just the moment Midnight gets the pass, so Glaze gets the dog, the ball pops up dangerously, and Alpha puts it in, slots it over the defender. What a shot! The man is just quicker.
A great shot and a great play from Glaze and Alpha right there. The West defender almost able to get back in time, but East gonna find a way to make it through. Ties us up with 2 minutes left on the clock in game number 5. 1-1. East and West. Cotney trying to get a shot on net. But I gotta say, Jaegers, that not only is East 1-5 in the Prospect League for All-Stars, but in this series alone, every single time the West has scored first, they have won that game.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? A little change is nice, Psycho, and you know what? I think we are due to some change because I'm calling it now. East is winning this game, not in overtime, but in regulation.
Oh my! Is Jaeger's right? Is Jaeger's what he's saying true? Will it come true, or will it not? We'll have to see as we reach the final 60 seconds. Game number 5. Are we going to see an OT, or will one of these teams be able to find the back of the net and end this thing here in regulation? Pick up the W. Glaze off of the sidewall. Glaze with the touch and the follow. Gets the flip reset, trying to find Alpha. And that was almost an amazing display of skill. Cotney gets it past the defender. Gets the double touch. Holy moly. Jaegers, I don't know, buddy. I don't know.
Well, Psycho, I've been wrong before. Nice little double tap by Cotney. Nice little shot. I mean, anything's still possible. 46 seconds left. We saw East score 2 goals in 15 seconds last game. But man, what a shot by Cotney. Let's not focus on me potentially being wrong. Let's focus on Cotney's shooting because the man has just been popping off this game, and that's all I could say about that. The man is in form.
Yeah, well, that's some grade A deflection. I accept it and respect it. But with the final 20 seconds of this game, Alpha almost with a huge redirect. But Oinko making it back just in time. Midnight trying to find a double. He can't find it. The final 10 seconds. Alpha putting one just wide of the net. As the ball gets cleared out. Glaze with the touch. This might be the final chance as the ball bounces off of the ceiling. It's still up, though. East still has a chance to bring this back and tie this up with 0 seconds left on the clock. Cotney puts it up. Speed with the touch. Misses. Does he go for the fake? It doesn't matter. The ball's going to touch the West All-Stars. Going to be your victors here tonight. in this prospect match. Wow, that was a good series, Jaegers.
Oh, it really was, and I almost had these had a couple shots there at the end that probably could have, should have, would have been put on target. Would have been a goal. It's OT, but you know, things happen, and the West popped off in this game. Cotney popped off in this game. The man went absolutely ham, and he looks like he saved Ibonic's points as the man's gonna walk away rich.
Yeah, I absolutely did a spectacular job, Wes, coming through in game number 5 with that clutch gene, not only getting the W, but redeeming me for my horrible performance in the game prior. But that's okay because Wes just took that home. Congratulations to them, East. Nanny boo boo. Better luck during the actual all-stars that matter slightly more than the all-stars that we just saw. However, ladies and gentlemen, we are running a little bit behind here, so let's get straight into our little break that we're going to take just a couple of minutes if you need to use the bathroom or anything like that. We're going to be getting straight back into the action as soon as we possibly can. We got a very special match lined up for you in the Titan League coming up next. Jaegers, thank you for joining me here in the booth tonight. It's been a pleasure as always.
Absolutely, Psycho. Always a pleasure. And like every series we cast just happens to be a good series. They might consider putting us on a few more together. Because I mean, man, oh man, that was a good one.
That was a good one. And there's a lot of people here that we could share good ones with, but you are one of the betters, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back after a quick break.